Hey guys, sorry about the lack of efficiency in posting that update. That was actually recorded on last Tuesday, I think. So we decided to come to Colima. We are in Colima. We're at an Airbnb tonight and tomorrow night. And then on Tuesday go to Manzanillo for 2 nights at another Airbnb and then back to Amica. We found a welder that looked at my trailer and went, "Ay, Dios mío." And I understood. Yeah, it's getting fixed. We don't know how much it is. I said, "Well, do you take credit cards or just cash?" And they said, cash. And I said, "Okay, well, do you have an estimate so I know how much to bring to make sure I have enough cash to pay you?" And they said, "No, just we'll let you know when the work is done how much it'll be." I said, "Okay. Can we have a ballpark? Like, are we talking 3,000 pesos or like 30,000 pesos?" And he was like, "You could get a new one for 30,000, so it won't be that much." So, yay. um, yeah, we dropped off Thursday, and they planned on working on it Friday, and then Monday because they're closed on the weekends, and hopefully it'll be good enough to make it to Manzanillo if we decide to stay in Manzanillo. The climate sucks. It is hot and humid. We know it's rainy season, so it's even worse than normal. But for me, Colima is just, it's a beach town without a beach. And if I have to deal with this weather, I want the benefit of the beach. So I've kind of already said no to Colima. We have some more, looking to do. We'll go into town tomorrow, and I told Minda her job is to find a restaurant because tomorrow's her birthday. So want to make sure that if the restaurant is an epic fail, it's her fault, not mine. Food today kind of sucked, and it was all my fault. So we'll hopefully have some better food tomorrow. We actually had they were decent tacos. They just didn't have sauce. They had all kinds of hot sauces, and we finally found one that was not spicy enough to make us die or worry about burning our rear ends later. And it made it okay, but there was like no pico de gallo, there were no tomatoes, there was no cheese. It was a bunch of meat on a corn tortilla. And yeah, y'all know I don't like corn tortillas, although I'm getting better at them. And when they're handmade and homemade, they are so much better than the stuff we have in the U.S. And yeah, so the road from wherever the road turned off of the 70 to just before Colima was the best road that I have been on the entire time. I actually, because I didn't have a trailer, got to go the speed limit. So I went 120 kilometers. Okay, so the speed limit's 110, but still, I was kind of excited because I went almost 70 miles an hour, or about 70 miles an hour, and no potholes, and no bumps, and no speed bumps, and it was fantastic. It was the best road we've been on since we've been here. And then we got into town, and the first thing that I did was hit a pothole. So, yeah, the roads and the driving are very interesting around here. And I am, yeah, anxious to go to check out Manzanillo because I'm hoping it's more what I think that it's going to be than what we are experiencing here. If there were a beach, it would be a possibility, but with no beach, there's why? Why would you put up with the humidity and the bugs and the nasty and the it's not even like Las Vegas was dry heat, and when it got humid, you knew it was going to rain, and it was beautiful for the next week. Here, it rains and then gets humid again and rains again 20 minutes later. And it's just, yeah. We actually went to a movie. We saw Jurassic World, and I'm really anxious to see it in English, or at least in Spanish with captions. We understood everything that went on in the movie because, it's a Jurassic Park movie. So there were no, surprises. There were some jumps, but, not storyline surprises that had us go, whoa, what happened? It was pretty understandable, and we actually caught quite a few of the jokes. But yeah, didn't understand most of the dialogue, and it was hilarious because there was one character that actually spoke in Spanish, and it had captions for him because it's a U.S. movie in English, and that's in the movie that it's captioned. So we're like, "Oh, can we have more of that, please? I can read Spanish, I just can't speak it or hear it. Mainly, I can't hear it. I for some reason, somebody starts talking, and the only thing I can think of is, oh my gosh, there's so many syllables. I wonder what they're saying. um, but yeah, the Spanish actually is getting better. And yeah, anxious to go check out the house that we might rent and the area that it's in and how far away from town it is. There are actually a few houses that we will drive by and look at, that are for sale, that are in our budget. There's one that's actually for auction for, the auction starts at $10,000. So, yeah, want to go at least look to see, what's up down there. Yeah, all is good. We actually had a good time today. I just, I'm a fat chick and I want to eat. And I want to eat good food. And it was, yeah, today was the worst food day so far. So I'm hoping it gets better from here. Yeah. Oh, we had great Italian food. And the chef, the owner, actually gave us some awesome ideas and advice. And so, yeah, we'll hopefully by Thursday on our way home know if we're staying in Colima State or Jalisco State. Talk to you later. Have a good night.